Well, it's been a decent 2 weeks money-wise. Completely different weeks. First week was a lot of long-distance work and a few late finishes. And this week it's been mainly local or reasonably local, but with a lot more jobs. But equal results on both weeks, but the second week a lot less spent on fuel and getting home at pretty much normal times.
Hi, it's Dave here again. It's another start of a campaign, and it is Monday, the 10th of March, and it's currently 5 to 4, and we're almost back. So today we've had one job to do. It's a well-paid job, but I could only do this one. So this morning, early doors, I was up bright and early and was up to North Yorkshire. So one of the regular jobs that we have, and I've been all the way down to Fareham. It gets very well paid because you get paid for every mile you cover, to from leaving home to picking up to taking it. Now last week from Fareham I got a part load back, but I couldn't hang about today. I've got rehearsals tonight with my band, the Anviliers, if you're interested. So I wanted to get back, but the money on this job is good. I can easily carry it, so I'm not bothered. Didn't get the money from that unpaid invoice on last time, and it appears that the company has now gone. So I did put their details on the WhatsApp group I'm in and on the Facebook forum about bad payers, but essentially that's it. I've written that money off. Now, I did go to put negative feedback about this company on the Courier exchange. And I put it on that, not paid, wouldn't use again, all that kind of thing. And then put details that I tried to contact the company several times and basically been fobbed off. I wouldn't use this company. I wouldn't advise anyone else to use this company. But it wouldn't put the feedback on. Instead, it directed me to make a ticket, a complaint about the company. So they won't let the feedback go on until they obviously look at it themselves. So it's a bit strange for me, but that's the way they operate it. And another thing about the CX, I've been selected apparently, which is nice of them, to resubmit some of my documents. Apparently this is at random. So I've had to resubmit my passport details, my driving license details, my insurance for goods in transit details, and my motor vehicle insurance details. So I've uploaded it to the Trusted app over the weekend, but I didn't kind of get any acknowledgement. Now, I got the message to say I was to do this on Thursday last week. I had 7 days. So we'll wait and see if they've received that all right. If they block me, having sent it again, I won't be very happy. But normally you kind of get a message back, don't you, saying, we've got your documents, we're going to check them out and confirm it's all okay, but I've not heard anything. So we'll wait and see. So tomorrow, I haven't got a clue if I'll get any work or not. I'll find out later on. I have been warned that they don't seem to be too busy this week, my customers. So it could be I'll have to scrabble about a bit on the CX as well, which I'm not looking forward to. Anyway, I'll let you know how the week goes later on. Right, it's Wednesday now, the 12th, and we're still out here trying to scratch a living in this Courier game. Yesterday, the only job available to me from my own customers was a document run, which I don't particularly enjoy doing, but it pays money. You can't pick it up till 2 o'clock. So I had a lie-in because I did rehearsals, having done that long run to Fareham. Got back in pretty late, so I had a bit of a lie-in, a chill out, and then ambled up to pick the documents up, and actually did quite well into the time. Drove all the way to Hayes from Southport and drove home listening to football. Not City, it was Liverpool, and they got knocked out of the Champions League. Shame. And they told me they didn't have anything for me today. So I thought, oh, no worries. I got home about 10 o'clock at night. I'll have a lie-in, and then we'll see if we can scrabble some money from the CX, because after all, I do pay a subscription on it, and I'd like to use it from time to time. And you know what? Today's not been a bad day on the CX. I didn't get up early, and I started looking on the CX around about 8 a.m. And I got a job in my hometown of Royton. So that was a good start. And that was to take a couple of pallets to, where was it? Brigg. So it's kind of near Scunthorpe, isn't it? So I picked up the pallets, got up to Brigg. When I got there, no forklift truck. It was a garage cum shop. And the 2 pallets of various boxes of shite. And they had to be all humped off and taken into the shop. And surprise, surprise, everyone was busy and no one could help me. So I did it on myself. But the shipper did agree to pay me some more money for the handballing, so that's okay. And I got a bit of free exercise. I then got a job from Scunthorpe. In fact, it's the other way around. I went to Scunthorpe and then went to Brigg. From Brigg, and picked up 3 large rollers from a company there and took them to Runcorn, and again got a fair price for that, probably because of where I was and there was Johnny on the spot. So we did all right for money by getting a job from Runcorn to Scunthorpe and then Brigg to Runcorn, from home to Scunthorpe and Brigg to Runcorn. Sorry about this, I'm not making much sense, am I? And I thought, well, that's not a bad day. I'll be home fairly early. And then, under the maxim of get the money whilst you can, on the way back, I saw that there was a hazardous load for collection before 4 p.m. going to Hull. And I thought, well, I've got to go past Wythenshawe on the way home. And we bid for it, and they give us it full price. I'm in a shite load of traffic now, though, on the M60. Once I get through this, it should be okay. So I'll be in Hull for about 6 and home for about 8. So it'll be a long day today, 9 till 8. You do the maths, but we've taken a lot of money today. Obviously, I'm not going to get anything Hull from Hull. It's a couple of hours home. So unless there's some miraculous hazardous load leaving Humberside tomorrow morning, I won't be staying over. I'll be going home. And like I say, I expect to get back home about 8 p.m. But really good numbers have been achieved today. And tomorrow might be nothing coming out. I might not even pick up a job at all. So in these lean times at the moment, I say get it in while you can. And that's precisely what I've done today. So I'll tune in at the end of this week and let you know how the week went. But just as a matter of interest, we're not actually far off the weekly target now. And it is Wednesday. So I could get no work tomorrow and we wouldn't be too worried.
It's actually now Tuesday, the 17th of March. So I've been lax in updating my CX. But since I left you on the Wednesday last week, I did work for my own customers on the Thursday, and I took a job from up in Lancashire to Yeovil, which is a well-paid job. And I got myself back home about 6 o'clock in the evening and decided that was it, because I'd done well all week. I was over target and I was taking the Friday off. So I've had a long weekend. And then we restarted Monday morning and yesterday, so that was yesterday, and that wasn't a bad day, sorry. And we did, drove all up to North Yorkshire to one of the regular pickup points that you get well paid for, and did 2 deliveries in Manchester area, and then popped down to Manchester Airport and did transfer of known cargo, and I was home done and dusted for 1:30 with a, you know, acceptable amount of money. Today, did rehearsals last night, got up early again this morning and went to the same place today up in North Yorkshire, collected, and I've dropped in Manchester again. Now, not bad money again. I wouldn't mind another cheeky little job on top just to top me off. So I'm currently parked up near the company I've dropped off at. It is 9:35 a.m. and I'm going to try and pick up a cheeky little job for maybe 50 quid or something like that and get home early. So that's where we are at the moment. Yesterday afternoon, by the way, I did go to look at a van, an additional van. As I've mentioned before, looking at getting a smaller van, take the pressure off this van, keep the mileage down on it, make it last a bit longer. I was like 95% going to buy it. It was a 23 plate Vauxhall Combo, a longer wheelbase version, only 20,000 miles on it. Almost shook hands on it, went home to think about it, thought about it, decided not to buy it in the end. A couple of reasons being, one is that I was told that the warranty was only 60,000 miles, which is a bit shite, and you know, it'd soon pop over that. Two, it didn't have a spare wheel at all, not a single thing, nothing underneath, not a cradle. And when I inquired as to how much it was going to cost to have a spare wheel installed with the cradle, it was like, with a VAT, about 480 quid. So that put me off as well. So, and I've also decided I want something probably slightly bigger than that. So probably a medium size van. I'm in no rush, but I'll just keep my eye out and see if anything pops up. Because obviously I'm going to have the additional expense of insurance as well. Maintenance is not going to be an issue, because obviously I pay quite a lot of maintenance on this van because I service it so frequently because of the miles I'm doing. So I'll basically be servicing this less, and you know, spending the money on the other one as well. So I'll pay about the same in servicing, but they do a lot more miles per gallon, and I would extend the life of this van. Anyway, that's me done for today. If I can find a little £50 job, I'll be happy. If not, I'll go home anyway, nice and early, and we'll see what the rest of the week brings, and I'll sign it off at the end of the week. Right, time has passed by now, and it's now Thursday the 20th. So I think I left you on Tuesday, where it was the morning still, having done a decent job. I thought if I could find another little local job, and that'll see me for the day. Well, as it happens, my people got a bit busy, and then I was running around like a blue arse fly, which I'm not complaining about, because obviously it brings the money in. But I ended up going to the airport, Manchester, taking a delivery up to Warrington, then back to the airport, pick up some customs documents, take them to Trafford Park. Then I went to Chorley to pick up some air freight, get that back to the airport, and then I went to Leeds again to pick up some air freight that's got to go in for x-ray at the airport, and got that back to Manchester Airport. So I ended up doing quite a few jobs, and the result being that it turned into a very, very well paid day. Yesterday, which would have been the Wednesday, I did one of the usual runs where I go up to North Yorkshire that you get paid for, and I went to a military base in Anglesey. That gets well paid. Obviously Anglesey is an island just off North Wales, isn't it? Accessible by bridges, and not much goes on there. But I did manage to get a part backload, so I saw a medium wheelbase job advertised on the Courier exchange. There wasn't hardly any vehicles in North Wales, and it was going from Conway, which is I've got to go past to get back, and going over to Wrexham, which I did, and I got a pretty reasonable price for it. But again, they haven't got much choice, have they? The shipping company or the job posters realise that there's not many vehicles in the area, so I could get what I would consider to be a reasonable price to do the job. So I've got the money for that, and then my customers asked me if I could do a known cargo collection. So having done that, I had to hop foot to Manchester to pick up 2 pallets of known cargo going up that were getting exported to the USA, and I picked them up and got them to the air freight place in Trafford Park. Because it's already known, it doesn't have to go through the x-rays or anything like that. And again, got myself home pretty early, really, still home for sort of like 4:30, with a good day. So I had 3 good days. Today won't be as good a day. I'm currently on my way to Anglesey to collect some air freight from a company in Holyhead. It doesn't pay brilliant. It pays enough, but it's not brilliant. I would all like more. And then I've just got a known cargo transfer at the airport at lunchtime. So it won't be brilliant, and I don't particularly, think this is a good job to do. But they've given me plenty of good work this week, so you can't go knocking on my just because you don't really fancy something. It's not fair. And if something else comes on later on this afternoon, I'll jump on it. But to be honest with you, we're on target this week anyway, so we're not too bothered. And I'll look upon this as a bit of charity work. I've got to be careful what I say because they do watch this channel. Anyway, you're up to date now. I'll be finishing the week off tomorrow. Nothing significant's happened about looking for a van. I'm in no rush, so we'll just do that over time. And I'm looking forward to paying my next VAT bill, which is due in about 2 weeks' time. Lovely. Friday, 21st today. Just sat waiting for freight to come out at the moment, and we've been Lancashire. I'm going to be taking some freight into Manchester. Done a job this morning, early, picking up from Trafford Park, going up to Burnley. Urgent freight, yet they kept me waiting an hour and a half at delivery. Just doing a walk around with the van, as you do, check your tyres and stuff. Oh, she's looking a bit dirty. She's looking a bit dirty at the moment. She needs a good bath. So when I've done this job, and then I've got a transfer to do in the airport of known cargo, she's going to go and have a wash, because she's a dirty girl. All the road salts come on her. Still try and keep the inside tidy and organised though, because of course I lose everything if I don't. And once she's had a nice little spruce up, she'll look as good as new. Well, it's still Friday, and it's not been the best of days today, to be honest with you. The first job that I did, I had to wait an hour and a half. I was supposed to get there before 8. I got tipped at 9:30. And so that was very, very frustrating. And then I got to my next site, got there plenty of time, and I had my paperwork, but they wouldn't release the goods because they hadn't had an email, and it took 2 hours and 10 minutes. So that's left me running late. I've got that delivered, and I've got to Manchester Airport to do a transfer. I picked it up. It's a known cargo transfer, so it's been x-rayed, it's all clear, and now it just goes into this, whichever freight handler deals with that airline. I'm in that place now. It's renowned for waiting here, so I'm booked in, so it's just a matter of waiting until the forky comes out to me. But there's quite a few waiting before me, so might be a wait as well. So a frustrating day. Now the week itself, it's been good. I've had a good week. I'm over target, so that's the main thing. It's all about what the money you earn is, and it's been different from the previous 2 weeks in so much as that's this last week especially. I've not done a lot of long trips. In fact, I've not done any really long trips at all. Most of it's been reasonably local, lots of jobs, but not great distances. So as a consequence, I've earned good money, but not put massive miles on the van, and I've not used as much fuel. I don't mind the long trips, quite enjoy them, but sometimes it's nice just to have a lower fuel bill at the end of the week. So the last 2 weeks have been okay. We've done over target each week. That's what I set out to do. That's what I'm in the game for, to earn money. I do enjoy the job, and I enjoy the long trips as well. So when you mix it up a bit with days that have got shorter trips, it makes it different. And I've been finished pretty early most days this week. I mean, it's now 1:30. If I get tipped within half an hour, 2 o'clock, I'll be home for, I don't know, 2:45. So that's not bad. I'm not going to look for anything else. If they ask me to do something, I might do it, but I'm certainly not going to look on the CX. I've only done one CX job this week. All the rest of the work has come from my own people. I've done a new qualification called GDP, which is Good Driver Practice. Apparently, according to my people, this is going to be the next thing that people need to have. It's very much a tick box exercise. It's just common sense, really, about, it's used mainly in the medical transportation industry, but they reckon it's going to be spread far wide, and some of the bigger freight handlers are going to adopt it and only have drivers that have got this. So they put me through it. It's basically an online exam. You watch a few slideshows and then you answer questions at the end, and then they issue you with a certificate. It's all common sense. Whether it'll be any use to me, I don't know, but they seem to think it will be of use. But it's actually in my name, so if it ever comes up on things like the CX, need a GDP driver, I'm your man. Anyway, that aside, nothing much interesting has happened. Pretty boring video, I know. I just want to send my best wishes to my pal James Fletcher of Freddie Fletcher Limited. He's had a bad run of luck, him. And his van engine's gone kaput, and he's looking for a new engine for his van now, which means he's been off the road, and then he's struggling to find a adequate hire van to cover him whilst he's off. So best wishes, James, and I hope everything works out right. Put in the comments if you've got any questions about anything. Let us know if you're in the game. How are you doing? Are you struggling? Are you doing well? If you've left the game, put in and tell us why you've left. Pal of mine, he starts a new job next week. He's finished completely. He's working in the transport industry, but he's going to be kind of office based, and it is difficult at the moment. I'm lucky. I've said it before and I say it again. If you're thinking of coming into this game, you cannot rely on the Courier Exchange to get all your work. I use it simply nowadays as a top-up site to top up from work that I get from existing customers. And that's the way you got to do it. I get lots of people messaging me about doing this game, and I want to come into this game, and I'll follow your videos, and that's great, and I'm glad you watch it, but I'm not a guru and I'm not all-knowing. And a lot of this game is finding regular customers. Some of it's down to luck, some of it's down to your own work ethic and people get impressed with you. But don't rely on the Courier Exchange or platforms like it for all of your work, because the prices are too low and you're not really make a good living if you're doing on it full time. It's just like I said, it's a top up and the top up only. If you like these videos that I put out, give us a thumbs up. It helps the videos get out. If you've not subscribed to it, subscribe, costs you absolutely jack. It's completely free and there's no obligation. It just lets you get the videos as they come out. Thanks once again for watching, and I'll catch you hopefully in the next video. Cheers.